The Notre Dame Spirit. For as long as I can remember, my parents have told stories about the Notre Dame Spirit. My best friend Danny said there was no such thing, but I knew he was wrong. I couldn't wait to visit Notre Dame and find the Spirit for myself. One Saturday, Mom and Dad had a surprise for me. Tickets to a football game. I was so excited as we drove up toward the Golden Dome. Maybe I'd be able to find the Spirit and bring it home with me. As we got out of the car, Mom pointed to a building with an enormous image of a man raising his arms skyward. That's the library where I used to study hard, she said. Dad grinned and whispered in my ear, and football fans called the giant mural Touchdown Jesus. I looked down at the sparkling reflection pool and wondered if the Spirit was hiding just beneath the water's surface. There were crowds of people everywhere, and I nearly lost Mom and Dad as I was distracted by the footballs whizzing through the air. 1, 2, 3. Suddenly there was a roar from the crowd. Here come the cheerleaders, Mom said, and those men marching are called the Irish Guard. The glee club sang the fight song while everyone cheered excitedly. This has got to be the Spirit, I thought. While walking toward a large field of cars, I became thirsty. Mom bought me a soda and told me how the students help others with the money they earn. I wondered if helping others was the Notre Dame Spirit. As we got closer to the cars, I saw tables overflowing with juicy and mouth-watering treats. I felt my stomach rumble and asked hungrily, "Is this the Spirit?" Dad laughed. "Part of it," he said. "Let's go to the game. There's more to discover." The stadium was completely packed with cheering fans. I gave my ticket to a smiling usher in a bright yellow jacket who pointed us toward our seats. We just made it when the announcer's voice boomed, "Here come the Irish!" As the players rushed out onto the field, the stadium erupted with excitement. I loved learning all of the different cheers at the game. I asked Mom, who was the green-clad man on the field? "That's the Notre Dame leprechaun," she said. He raised his arms and the crowd cheered with him. "We are N.D. Go Irish!" Everyone roared with delight when Notre Dame scored a touchdown. I wondered, was this the Spirit? I didn't want to leave the game, but I knew I still had to find the Notre Dame Spirit. Mom and Dad pointed out several classroom buildings as we walked toward a large church with pointy steeple. I chased a few squirrels when suddenly I heard a whisper from above. "It's just the wind," Dad said. I stopped and looked up at the leaves rustling in the trees. "Is this the Spirit?" I asked quietly. There was no answer. It was starting to get dark. We slowly wandered along a winding path toward 2 lakes. The waters were calm and silent. Just then a loud bell rang. "Those are just the bells tolling in the basilica," Mom assured me. In front of us was a shimmering cave full of golden candles. "This is a sacred place called the grotto," Dad whispered in my ear. We lit candles which flickered in the twilight, and I said a prayer for my family. In the distance, we heard the roar of thunder. Dad smiled. "The fans are cheering again. Another touchdown for the Irish." Mom showed a south dining hall where she and her friends used to eat. "This is South Quad," she explained, and around us some of the dorms like Dillon Hall. I lived in Lyons Hall when I was in school. Dad carried me as we made one last stop at the bookstore. I was sad our visit was almost over, especially because because I had not found the Notre Dame spirit. I picked out a small, soft leprechaun toy to bring home, and as I hugged it, I thought I heard it go Irish. Suddenly, I remembered the enormous library, families laughing, the drums beating, people helping one another, the peacefulness of the grotto, and all the cheering fans. I finally understood. This was the Notre Dame spirit, all of it. When I got home, I showed the leprechaun to my friend Danny. He didn't believe that I found the Notre Dame spirit. I think it was hard for him to understand what the spirit really meant, the same way it was for me in the beginning. But now I know what I felt in my heart was exactly what makes Notre Dame so special. Even today, my leprechaun still makes me smile. It reminds me of my wonderful visit to campus and how it inspired me to study hard to go to Notre Dame for school. I am proud to cheer Go Irish with the millions of fans around the world who hold the spirit in their hearts. Thank you, Notre Dame, for giving me so much.